Good afternoon and welcome back to the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Dani Vittori, and today we have on the Executive Director of the Lynn Music Foundation, Edwin Cabrera. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be back.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you back on. You have a lot happening right now.
Yeah,
so
some things in the tuck, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. So where we want to start, one thing that you definitely wanted to mention was you have multiple workshops going on right now, 4 different ones?
Yes, so I want to get the word out so that we have more people coming down and checking it out because it's free. So we have, right now, 5 workshops running this week.
Ooh.
If you don't mind me just running through them real quick.
Yeah,
so
go for it.
Mondays, it's a youth workshop, so 3:30 to 5:30 over at the Neil Rental Vault Theater at the Lynn Arts Building. We have We Make Noise, which is if you're 12 to 17 years old, if you are interested in songwriting and performance, it's the perfect workshop for you. Again, all these workshops are free, and we're trying to get more people involved and come down. Sol Maria, who's a local artist, is leading the workshop. So if you want to, get your kids involved, that's definitely a good one. For adults, we also on Tuesdays have a artist development workshop, and that's run by Jay Moon, who's our Director of Artist Relations. He's very well known in Lynn as one of the premier artists and producers, and he's doing a workshop on artist development because a lot of artists in Lynn, they're very talented, but figuring out the branding and the marketing and the strategy behind it, it's a whole other art form. And so we're trying to make sure we're training up local artists who are trying to get their music more out there, trying to get more exposure, just give them a little bit more guidance about how to craft your brand, how to put yourself out there, and things to look at. Wednesday, we have another songwriting and performance workshop, and this one is for adults. This is ran by Dani, very talented guy, beautiful singer, very soulful guy. And he's doing a workshop to help the artists who are already in the scene making music, but just need a place, a safe space to keep recording, or just meet with other people who are like-minded and want to be able to craft some music together. After his workshop, so that runs 5 to 7 on Wednesdays.
Okay.
And I don't know if I mentioned this, but Tuesday's workshop, keep moving forward, that runs 6 to 8. And so on Wednesdays we have with Dani the artist development workshop, the songwriting and performance workshop. Right after that, 7 to 9, we have a beat making workshop. And so this is ran by T. White, who's a local producer. He's worked with some pretty big names in the industry in form of hip hop, and he's giving back by showing people how to use Fruity Loops. I don't know if you've ever made beats before. Fruity Loops is one of those OG beat making softwares. And so we have 10 laptops, so 10 people are able to enroll in the workshop. All of this is free, and if you're interested in making beats, that's definitely one you have to check out. So we got a lot of things happening this week. I just want to make sure people know about it, and come on down if you want to join us.
Oh, yeah, you do. You have so much going on, and there's pretty large music scene, artistic scene in Lynn, and you were even saying before we came on, you want to give them sort of a space where they feel comfortable in a space that's kind of with their own people, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we have such a great music scene here in Lynn, and what we're trying to do with the Lynn Music Foundation is put that at the forefront. We're trying to create not just events, but really kind of create a movement of local artists supporting each other. And so everything that we're doing, either we try to make free or affordable if it's not free, and just get the people out and coming down to the Lynn Arts Building and coming down to the Neil Rental Vault Theater, because it's a place to meet, hopefully also explore your creativity, meet other people, collaborate, and just hopefully make music history there. There's already a lot of music history in that building, so we're just trying to continue that.
Oh yeah, you're in a building that has a lot of history to it, a lot more, and you've been spicing it up a little bit, which is great. And I probably should have led with this, but the workshops, how many weeks did they go? What's the range?
Yeah, so each workshop is about 10 weeks. I think the artist development workshop actually runs 12 weeks. So they're running up until mid-June. And I think artist development, the Tuesday workshop with Jay Moon, runs until early July. So there's definitely plenty of time to jump in, and we've already started, but that doesn't mean people who are interested, if you're interested, we can jump on in. It's not like you'll be behind or anything like that. We're really good about just trying to individually get people to come to the workshops and then help develop them. So yeah.
And other than the youth ones, people, they can go to different ones. They can choose. They could go to multiple different workshops.
They can go to whichever one they feel like they're going to. So if you're a beat maker, but also you like to sing, you can go to both. You know, you can go to one right after the other. So there's no limitations there. And you know, what we're hoping to do is really kind of have these workshops be continuous throughout the year.
Yeah.
So this first one is running up until like mid-June, July, right around then. But we'll probably pick back up right around September and do the same thing throughout the fall and winter. So this is something that we're looking to do more kind of on a year-round basis for the future. So if even if you're not available now for whatever reason, there'll be more in the future, because this is one of the things that we're excited about, is just doing more things to get the community involved musically and creatively. So yeah, this is probably going to be a thing that we're going to be doing from here until, you know, years from now.
Oh yeah, you're definitely getting really into it.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, why do you think it's so important to incorporate such a range of ages? Because you have the youth groups, and then it's all the way up to, there's no limit.
Yeah, well, I feel like Lynn has a great amount of nonprofit organizations, and that's, I think, one of the strengths of Lynn is that there's resources for people of all ages, and a lot of resources for youth, which is great. And what I worry about sometimes is, like, are we making sure that once the youth are, you know, graduated from high school, can they still utilize programming in Lynn?
Yeah. Right.
Because a lot of the programs that we have now, a lot of the organizations serve youth, but I feel like there's once they turn 18, they graduate from high school, there becomes less places and resources for them to go to. LCTV is a great resource, actually. Like, you don't have to be, you know, in high school to come here and utilize the facilities that you guys have. We want to do the same thing, you know, because people don't just stop. Like, for example, I am an alum of the Real to Real Film School at Raw Artworks.
Yeah.
I don't stop making films after I graduate high school. I continue that because you've put this passion in me. I have to go out and do it. So I want to make sure that, you know, there's a model of, like, we serve youth, but also we do adult-related workshops, because there's a lot of, you know, creatives who are not going to college, not going to Berkeley.
Yeah.
You know, they're just trying to make music, and we need a space for all those people also.
And the people that come to these workshops, what do you hope that they take away from it or learn?
I'm hoping that, you know, whether they're doing it because they want to pursue a career in it, or they're doing it because they're just curious and they just want to have some fun, that they're able to express themselves and feel good about it. You know, like, for example, last night we had our beat making workshop, and, you know, somebody came in. It was his first time in the building. It's his first time kind of getting to know us. And by the end of the workshop, he was just so happy, and he was like shocked. He was like, you know, because we had all these equipment out, the laptops with the drum pads and the keys and everything, and he was just like happy and shocked that he was able to get a great lesson for free, you know, in downtown Lynn. And that's the kind of thing we're going for. It's like we want to be able to put that smile on people's faces, because they're coming in a place where they feel accepted and they're learning something they've always had an interest in.
Yeah, and like you said, people maybe don't expect it, and then they realize that there's all these resources here that are there to utilize.
Yeah, and, you know, our job now is to make sure people know about it. So it's happening. Now we got to let the people know about it and invite them down to come join us and be a part of the movement we got going on there.
And one of your big events coming up in a few months is the Lynn Music Festival. I know you want to talk about a little bit as well in late June.
So we are accepting submissions, and you know, we'll be sharing a link. If you look on Lynn Music Foundation on our Instagram, you'll be able to see more information there on how to sign up. But we're accepting submissions for performers. We want to be able to provide a festival that honors and celebrates all music. Right now, we're going on the third year of our Keep Moving Forward festival, and that festival is primarily a hip hop festival. And so we wanted to do another festival, you know, that kind of overall is a celebration of music. So we're looking at having some jazz, some rock, some hip hop, a little bit of everything. That way people are being exposed to more music than just what they're used to. And, you know, we're not forgetting about, you know, other music creators in Lynn. So that one is a much more open genre festival. And that'll happen June 22nd, Saturday, at Red Rock Park. And then later on in the summer, you know, towards September 1st, I think, is kind of the date we have in mind. That'll be the Keep Moving Forward Festival. So we got two festivals coming up this summer, one in the beginning and one at the end.
And you have great venues to do them for, too, right? Either in front of the ocean or Frederick Douglass Park or any of them. Yeah,
we're lucky because, you know, Red Rock Park is such a beautiful area. I love walking through that area every single day, the grassy field. So to just bring music down at Red Rock Park and have people celebrate and have a good time there. And then with the Keep Moving Forward Festival being at Frederick Douglass Park, which is like right in the heart of Lynn. That's an amazing, beautiful, area with the mural right behind it. It's so powerful. We're very, very lucky to have those two places, as well as our own venues, in the Lynn Arts Building, the Neil Rental Vault Theater. So, the location itself, I think, it just lends itself to the power of what we're doing.
It does. Music can be so powerful, and it draws you in when you hear it or you see it and you want to know what's happening. And I love now that you're one of many organizations that really emphasizes that.
Yeah, thank you.
And I know I have to wrap up in a moment, was there anything else that you wanted to mention or talk about?
Yeah, well, just if you're curious at all to find out what we're up to, what we're doing, or you want to know more about the workshops, go to lynmusic.org. We have pretty much what's happening. We do all sorts of different things. So we offer these workshops, but also if you're a recording artist who is looking for to book studio time and to record in a high quality environment, we have a recording studio that used to be where WFNX used to broadcast out of. Is our recording studio. It's a really sweet bit of music history. If you are looking to do stuff on your own and utilizing our venue, we do venue rentals. So there's a lot of different services we provide on top of the free programming. So if you want to know anything else about us, go to lynmusic.org. Awesome.
Well, I cannot say it any better than that. So thank you again for joining us, coming on and talking about it.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Of course, anytime. And once again, I'm Dani Vittori. This has been the Lynn Lowdown, and we'll see you next week with more guests.